Hey guys, I'm glad to see you again. In the last video, I explained the loss function in Jupyter Notebook using Python programming language. Today, I'll quickly explain why Python is the top choice for AI development, what Jupyter Notebook is, and I'll show you some code example to prove the simplicity of Python. Python is just the programming language, like many other programming languages out there. But the differences are that Python is easy to read, it's easy to learn, and it's powerful for data and AI work. The reason being is that it has many libraries. Those are maintained by the community of Python worldwide, and it has made the tasks like math, data handling, data visualization, and machine learning very straightforward. And Jupyter Notebook is an interactive coding environment. It's specifically designed for Julia, Python, and R, and that's where the name Jupyter comes in. It lets you run the code step by step, add your explanation, and see your result instantly. So that interactivity makes it perfect for experimenting with AI model. So I personally love it because you can write your code here, you can add your explanation at the same page, and then you can see your result. In case if you have some data visualization, it's also easy. You can just do that instantly in the and just below your code. And I'll show you in the later sessions. So to conclude that, Python gives the power and Jupyter gives the workspace. And that's why this combo of Python and Jupyter is very powerful. So let's just jump into some code session so that we can see how this combo works together. All right, so I mentioned that Python has a very simple syntax. So let me just give you a simple example here. So let's say we have two numbers, a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20, c is equal to a plus b, and then we are going to print the result. You can see it's just that easy, and for those of you who are doing coding in other programming languages, you know what I mean here. All right, now about the libraries. There's a very powerful library called NumPy. It's used for scientific computing in Python. So let me just import it, and then I'll create a list of numbers. Then I'm using that library of NumPy. I'll just calculate the mean of all the numbers that I have in the list with just a few lines of code, like 3 lines of code. So first thing, I'm just going to import the library called NumPy as an alias np, np, and then I'm going to create a list of numbers. I'm just going to give some random numbers here, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the NumPy library using the mean method, and I'm just going to pass the list numbers as an argument to the mean function. I'm going to find the mean of all the numbers that I have in the list here. So okay, just takes some time because it has to import the library. Okay, that's it. Found the mean of all the numbers that I have in the list. One thing that I have to mention here is that you have to install the library beforehand so that you will be able to import it later on in your code. The way you install it, you'll just simply do that in your terminal. But if not, let me just show you a quick way of installing that. Even inside the Jupyter Notebook, you put the exclamation mark and then pip, and then install the name of the library, in this case NumPy. All right, so another important library which is particularly developed for the task of data handling, it's called Pandas. So I'll just in a moment I'll show you how to use it. So first thing, I'm going to import that library, and then I'm going to create a dictionary of student name and age, which I have student name here and student age. And what I'm going to do with the help of pandas, I'm going to change that dictionary to a data frame, and then I'll show you how would it how pandas would help me to do a simple data analysis. So first I'm going to create a data frame called data frame object called df, and then I'm going to use my panda library, and I'm going to change my data dictionary to a data frame. So I'm just going to call the data frame method in panda object. Then I'm going to pass the data, which in this case is a dictionary here, and then I'm going to see how my data frame look like. So you see here that my data dictionary is now changed to a data frame, just like in Excel spreadsheet. And let me just show you a simple example here. So let's say in my data frame, I'm going to access the age column, and I'm going to find the mean of the ages here. So let's just call the mean method on the age column, and then we will see that it's that easy compared to other programming language, which you might write lines of code in order to get this thing done. All right, so now one of the other powerful libraries in Python is a library called matplotlib. It's used for data visualization. So let me just show you first. First, we need to import it, because that is, if you don't have it in a code, then it's going to throw an error. It's going to make it trace back. So I'm going to import that library of matplotlib first. Pyplot as plt, and then I'm going to just create some toy data. Then we just do some visualization. It's just for the purpose of this video, but remember that the thing I'm just showing you here are very simple, so you can just sort of stretch this knowledge to more complicated tasks. So I've imported the library, and then I'm going to create two toy data. So let's say I have a data in a list of number called x, and also another list called y, because I'm going to plot x against y. Again, just some random number. They're not real data. So now I have x and y, and I'm going to do I'm just going to plot x against y on the Cartesian plane. So I'm just going to use the plot method in plt object, and I'm just going to pass x and y. Then I'm going to show the plot. I'm going to use the show method and a plt object in order to show the plot. So easy. You can see that how easy it is using a matplotlib library to plot the data that you have. So in this case, it's just the simple data, but as I mentioned, you can just get the sort of basic ideas here, and then you can implement this knowledge in more complicated data that you have. Last but not least, I mentioned that Python is also allowing us to develop a machine learning model with a few lines of code, thanks to the powerful libraries of Python. So here in this example, I'm just going to show you how to develop a simple linear regression model with the help of the scikit-learn library. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import the linear regression class from the scikit-learn library. Then I'm also importing NumPy, though I've imported once here, but since I have shut it down the kernels, I have to re-import it, because once I've removed all the libraries that I imported in my Jupyter Notebook. So that's it. I've imported now, and now I'm going to create two sets of data here. So this is just a toy data. So I've created an array of x in which I have the features and then a respective y value, which is sort of a map from x to y. Or in other words, if we just link it to the previous video, y is nothing but the actual output that we have with our data. So this is a supervised machine learning model. Of course, linear regression is a supervised, means we need data with label to train it. And then I'm going to create an object of the linear regression class, and I'm going to feed that model to my data. So I'm just passing the set of x or feature and the output y to the model, and let a line to feed to my model, a regression line, of course. And then I'm just going to make a prediction in the last section. Here I'm going to use the predict method of the model object, and I want to see what will be the respective value of 5 on the y-axis. So let me just run this cell of code. And to run a cell of code, you just press shift and enter at the same time, and you saw that the result is 10. So it's pretty obvious that the way if you look at this training data, you see that 1 is mapped to 2, 2 to 4, 3 to 6, 4 to 8, and of course 5 is definitely mapped to 10. So again, this is just a sample data. So in the real world data, it's not this simple. So I've just did it to demonstrate the concept here. So that's it for this video. Just to conclude this video, and if I tell this thing in short, I'll say that Python gives us the tools and Jupyter gives us the playground. So together, the combo of Python and Jupyter make AI development powerful, interactive, and easy to explore. Looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye.